The second round rolls on in the heart and soul, and we have the devilish destroyer from Detroit taking on the resilient Dickie Rodz. Who will come out on top? Let's get to Mr. Entertainment.
The following contest is a second round match in the NYWC Heart and Soul Cup Tournament. Introducing first from Detroit Rock City, James Ramison. That is voted from insert course, Pennsylvania. This is the superstar, Dickie Rodz.
Shane, we are back for episode 3 of round 2. Dickie Rodz with a brutally hurt neck. If I was in a match, I wouldn't be pointing to my neck during the introductions. That's almost like painting a bullseye on it for big-time, badass James Ramison. And by the way, great job by ring announcer Brian Vigo. I don't think I've ever seen somebody wear a feathered boa in the wrestling business before.
Pat, as I think about the first round, there's 2 moments that stick out in my mind, and that's a side Russian leg sweep where I saw Dickie Rodz' head bounce off that turnbuckle, and you know what I'm going to talk about right now, and that is James Ramison just throwing.
He murdered him.
Corey Cooper's body down to the outside. He won by annihilation.
Yes, a 10-count annihilation. You don't see it very often, but the miasma James Ramison is the one in this tournament capable. You see that big boot right to the chest, right to the sternum. Dickie Rodz looks like he's been in this match for about 15 minutes. That neck is obviously hurting him.
It's hurting because it's the same day. He was in the ring with a bearded villain hours ago, and now he's here with this giant, this man who does not care about anybody else but himself. And we saw that with Corey Cooper. And look at James Ramison. He knows he has Dickie where he wants him, right there, lining him up. And he's going to bring the pain to Dickie Rodz' neck, to his stomach, to his chest, to his legs, to his knees, because he wants the heart and soul cup.
Well, I was going to say, he was about to bring the pain to his heart and to his soul. You can tell by James Ramison's actions, his mannerisms, he's already overconfident. What do you think is going through the mind of Dickie Rodz right now, trying to power through this injury?
Dickie Rodz is thinking about showing everybody that he belongs here. This is his tournament, and he wants everybody to know he might have been doing this for 20 years, but he still got it.
You see, even hitting the turnbuckle, when your neck is in the bad way that Dickie Rodz is feeling right now, even a turnbuckle hit, bring you to your knees, collapse your entire body. He's having trouble moving around, but he's still fighting.
He's showing. Oh! Ooh. He just took his head off. He just took him down to the mat with a huge, monstrous clothesline, and Dickie Rodz holding that neck. What can Dickie do? And look at all the weight right down there on his neck. That neck was hurt earlier on today by the bearded villain Johnny Malloy. He left his mark, and James Ramison is picking up where the bearded villain left off.
Dickie Rodz just in a world of hurt. James Ramison having his way, talking trash. This might only be a matter of time.
If you were a man of his size, you could talk trash. If you were a man that took another man's body and just picked him up and slammed him down to the outside, you could talk trash.
You should go back and watch that match, too. Oh, lackadaisical cover. Dickie Rodz just running on fumes right here. As I was saying, you should go back and watch. He started that chokeslam, James Ramison, in the center of the ring, walked Corey Cooper over, just tossed him onto the floor with no regard for any safety at all.
And Dickie Rodz, he went up and over, and he has, the big man. It's a huge DDT and tries that already hurt neck.
Cover.
Oh, he kicked. I thought that was it.
Even kicking out must be searing pain. And you can see Dickie Rodz is trying to come back, but he is just a step or two behind. Every time he tries to take back some momentum, he's snuffed out by the miasma.
James Ramison is he is the biggest competitor in this tournament. And he is bringing the pain, lighting him up, and a big dropkick, huge. Did you see that, man? How big he is, and a dropkick right to the chest, shoots him down to the floor, and that cannot be good for Dickie Rodz.
It's definitely not good, and I don't even think that camera angle did it justice. Just imagine a guy who's 6'7", 6'8", running at you, leaving his feet, and putting both of them right on your chest and propelling you.
I'm having deja vu. This looks like the ending of the Corey Cooper match.
Okay.
A man lying on the floor, broken. What's James doing? He's coming out. He wants to prove a point. He doesn't want to count out. He wants to kill Dickie Rodz.
He could have probably just sat there.
Dickie got out of the way. Dickie got out of the way. His big head hit the big post.
Oh, and the other post there. And if there's one thing that I've known through my extensive studies of professional wrestling, it's that when a big guy hits that ring post, that's big trouble.
Pat, James Ramison, if he stood in that ring, it could have been a count out. He got a little too cocky, went out there after Dickie Rodz, and he is paying the price into the ring post, into that huge post that holds up the sportatorium, and now Dickie Rodz is back in the game with that hurt
Well,
neck.
he's got to get in the ring first. The referee's at 8 here on this double count out. 9.
And they both get in.
What are the chances? Oh, my God. They both rolled in at 9 3/4.
But both men hurt. James Ramison left the ring on top of the world. Now he's rolling in, and Dickie Rodz has a shot.
A shot, but a small one still, because even moving around that neck, I mean, scientists have said it's connected to your spine, and your spine controls your entire body somewhat. So
Matt, you are coming up with some great scientific information.
Thank you.
But Dickie Rodz is coming up with the answer to James Ramison. Chop him down, throw him into the wall, throw him into the post, and now Dickie Rodz ran into a big boot.
That's a problem. The man from Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Oh, and he dodges the knee.
Oh, a big kick right to the chin. And Dickie Rodz he has it right there. He's whipping him off. And the big man, he reverses it. He ducks a little too early. Dickie, big knee right to the chin. Chopping the big man down. Oh, right to the knee. Oh, a big knee right to the chin, and a big boot right to the chin.
Where is this coming from Dickie Rodz?
It's coming from his heart. It's coming from his soul. And Dickie Rodz.
Did he pull this out here?
And he got it. He does.
He got it.
Here is your winner advancing to the third round of the NYWC Heart and Soul Cup Tournament. The Superstar, Dickie Rodz.
Do you read comics? Do you collect pops? Do you enjoy magic and Pokemon cards? Or do you just need that perfect comic book statue? The answer to all these questions and your pop culture needs is at Next Generation Comics, located in Islip Terrace, New York. Or check them out on Facebook at Next Generation New York. And did I mention we've got pops? As the second round comes to a close, we've got hand versus hand combat. We have Seth Cortez taking on nobody's better than Michael Mistretta. Let's see who will make it to the third round. Let's get to Andy Miller.
The following contest is a second round match in the Heart and Soul Cup. Introducing first, representing the hand, Seth Cortez. And his opponent, also representing the hand, Michael Mistretta.
And what a way to end the first day of the Heart and Soul Cup tournament. We have nobody's better than Michael Mistretta taking on Seth Cortez.
Shane, I am so excited to go home and sleep in my bed. 2 rounds, 23 matches in one day, and we're ending it with 2 members that represent the hand. You heard Andy Miller? Seth Cortez, already a highly decorated, highly trained tag team wrestler, but once he crossed paths with Michael Mistretta, you can see his whole attitude change. He's not about kissing babies and popping the crowd, as they say. He is all about victory, and that is what this match is going to be all about here.
Look at that handshake right there. And look at the smug look on Mistretta's face. And you said it perfectly, Pat. Seth Cortez beat his own brother to get to this round. And now he's standing across the ring with his mentor of mind games.
Absolutely. And you know, Seth Cortez might be a sleeper pick to win this whole thing. The winner of this takes the final spot in the next round. 8 left from a day of 30 wrestlers. And you see these two men fighting for position. Almost like they know each other. It's almost like Bam versus Aiden. A lot of the tag team wrestlers that we saw fight.
Look at that. They almost knew what each one was going to do. But Michael Mistretta, this man, he does everything for a reason. He brought the Cortez brothers into the hand for a reason. It could be this. He wants to make them feel comfortable. And look at, no one's home there, and Seth right into that turnbuckle.
Early on, Seth 1 step ahead of Mistretta, and that's a good point. Did Mistretta bring them in just to keep them under his thumb, waiting for a situation like this, where he could just use his mind games, use the position that he's put himself in to just overpower them both mentally and strategically?
This match is a mirror match. They're going back and forth with the exact same moves. No, and that was a handful of hair.
Yep, I was waiting. How long was it going to take? How long was it going to take for Mistretta to use that shortcut? He's such an accomplished technical wrestler, such a ring general in his own right, no wasted motion like you said, but he loves grabbing that hair. He loves taking those shortcuts.
Loves to cheat. He enjoys him. If he can get away with something, he kicks out. If he can get away with something, it's almost what energizes him to just continue to do it. He just loves taking advantage of that referee, turning away for the split second, and he does it. And look at Seth right there. And a big clothesline drops his mentor down to the mat.
Seth using some chicanery of his own, the ring awareness, pulling that head down, getting his neck and working on it here, cutting off that airflow. We'll see Mistretta maybe a little overmatched in the early goings of this contest.
Michael might have taught too many lessons to Seth because Seth is taking him to school.
Well, and like you said, Michael Mistretta loves to cheat. Every wrestler has a power that they rely on. Michael's is cheating, getting one over on the fans and the ref. And you know what, Seth? He was actually drafted to the NFL out of high school. Killed a man on the ice.
And look at Michael Mistretta driving him in there. Pat, I need you to do me a big favor. Yep. You need to check your facts. Do not believe everything you read on the internet. And look at that right there. He drops him down. Hard way to fall, and Michael Mistretta just go. He does not care about Seth. He does not care about Seth at all. And Seth pushes him off.
See him going for that finisher, that neck breaker that's won him so many matches, and he hot shots his neck right on the ropes, just like Seth did a moment ago. Did I say NFL? I think I might have meant NHL before.
Pat, this is all about professional wrestling. It doesn't matter if it's on the gridiron or on the ice. It matters what's happening here in the ring. And Michael Mistretta showing everybody that he's all about heart and soul. And Seth kicks out.
I'm rooting for Seth in this one. I know that both of these two wrestlers are completely insufferable. You don't really even want to see either of them representing the Heart and Soul Cup, but if I had to pick, I'm going Seth. I think Seth has more good in him than Mistretta, who's just a piece of, I don't want to curse.
I don't think anybody at home is rooting for Michael Mistretta, except for maybe his mom and dad. I think everybody wants to see Seth go to the next round. He gives him a taste of his own medicine.
Both men using the ring to their advantage, using the ring ropes, and Seth,
drops him right down, his ribs crashing into his knee.
Can he get him? too. Oh, that was a good cover, too. He had him hooked. He thought that he had the victory there. Big time gut buster. Falling 6+ feet onto a grown man's knee on your ribs.
Seth has to win this match. He beat his own brother to get here. If he does not win this match, he has to go home and say that he betrayed his own brother. For nothing. Just to get beat by their boss, basically. Their boss, Michael Mistretta. Michael's sitting up there, and Seth is lining him up, and Michael knows what's coming.
Right to the eye.
The ref did not see him. He was blocked by Seth's body, and Michael Mistretta is up there lining him up.
Oh, and you hear the shrill tone. Oh, and look at that. You don't see that very often. Fell backwards, hit the center of his back right on that top turnbuckle. We'll see how that affects him moving forward. And Mistretta gets out of it. He gets out of it. Nobody's better than Michael Mistretta, and he rolls him up right here. He has him. Oh, look at this. Come on, referee. And referee. He called every match today. He's on his 23rd, 25th match. Still sharp as a tack.
He's up. Just like the first round match with him and his brother ended. He has him up where he wants him. He rolls through. Referee's there. 1, 2.
Well, you see that? You see Seth grabbing the ropes just like Michael. I don't even know if he had the same dark intent as Mistretta, though. That might have just been a force of habit type of thing.
He hooks him right here. He has him. This could be it. And Seth, he's able to get him up. He has him up. He's bringing him up high. And Michael reverses it. He reverses it.
Oh, he held on.
He has him right there. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's better.
Here's your winner, Michael Mistretta. Michael Mistretta.
No, this is the locker room. Talent only. Talent? No talent. Well, what are you doing here, man? What are you doing?
No talent is subjective, and we have a post-match interview to do.
Oh, post-match interview? I did that last round.
Yeah, so then you want another match. If you keep winning matches, we have to keep talking.
I got it. Okay. What do you want?
All right, you just beat Seth Cortez, an ally of yours in the hand. How are you feeling? What's next in the Heart and Soul Cup?
This tournament has had a lot of people going against each other that like each other. We've had sibling versus sibling, tag team partner versus tag team partner, best friend versus best friend. And in the case of me and Seth, it was teacher versus student.
Are you the teacher or are you the student in this scenario?
What?
It's my job to ask the questions, Mike.
Get a load of this guy. Get out of my freaking locker room. I'm freaking naked.
And that concludes this episode of the NYWC Heart and Soul Cup. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow NYWC on all social media, and make sure to hit that bell to be notified of the next episode as we march towards the crowning of the winner of the NYWC Heart and Soul